Hello friends, welcome once again on Cloud Akshay channel. So today we are going to see that what is Elastic Block Storage and its type and how can we launch EBS volume in our AWS panel. So let's start and keep share my YouTube channel Cloud Akshay and join our Telegram group for more updates. So let's start this video. So basically there are two types of block storage available for the EC2 instance machine. First is instance store backed EC2 and second is elastic block storage. So that's mean first instance block backed EC2. A instance store provide temporary blocked level storage for your instance. That means the root volume or the boot volume is stored in instance store. So it is a physical disk located on the host computer. By default it's limit to the 10 GB per device, so we can only launch 10 GB storage, and it is ephemeral storage. That means if you reboot your instance, that your data is persist, and when you stop or hibernate or terminate your instance, that means your instance store is reset. You cannot attach one instance to another instance because it is temporary storage for your instance. So also if you change the instance type, then instance store will not be attached to the new instance. That means if you change the instance type, so you cannot get your old data. And so let's see what is ABS. So it's a by default storage option for EC2 machine. EBS volume provides block level storage for use with EC2 instance. It's a network attached storage device and behave like a raw unformatted external block storage. You can attach it to one instance to other instance in same availability zone, and there are multiple cases if we need uh, attach our one EBS volume to another EBS volume in same availability zone or different availability zone. So we will see in upcoming labs, and you can attach this EBS volume to one instance at a time, suitable for the large databases or other databases used to store persistent data. That means if you reset your machine, if you terminate your machine, hibernate your machine, that means your data will be persistent, so you will get your old data. And for EC2 and EBS volume must be in same availability zone. That means you will only access your EBS volume within same availability zone, and EBS volume data is replicated by AWS on multiple server in same availability zone. That means it's a replicated service by AWS. So it's create multiple replication for your EBS volume in multiple servers in same availability zone. Let's see EBS volume types. So basically there are three types of EBS volume in our AWS panel. So first is SSD backed volume, second is HDD backed volume, and third is magnetic. So the total types of volume is five types, and we will see in next. And SSD is a bootable. That means you can attach as a root device or the boot device uh, to the EC2 machines. And HDD is a non-bootable. That means you cannot attach this HDD backed volume to EC2 machines. Magnetic is a old standard used in 2012, and it is also a bootable and cheapest version. So let's see next. General purpose SSD. This is a part of SSD backed EBS volume. So it's by default It is by default TBS volume for EC2 instance and used for balance price and performance for a wide variety of transaction workloads. Volume size is minimum 1 GB to 16 TB terabyte. And IOPS means input output operation per second. So we will get 3 IOPS per GB and minimum 100 GB. We will see in our AWS console this part, and you can up to get one 10,000 IOPS. And the throughput volume is up to 250 MB per second. So in 2020, AWS launched one more SSD backed GP3. GP3 launched in 2020 with base IUPS is 3000, and GP2 base IUPS is 100 and up to 10,000, and GP3 base IUPS is 3000 and up to 16,000 IUPS, and with throughput volume is 10,000, sorry, 1000 GB per second. So it's a by default storage option for EC2 instance. The second part of SSD backed volume, that is provisioned IOPS SSD. When you require more IO, that means more input output operation per second related to our bank works or the other where the transaction is more necessary. So we will use provision IOPS SSD. Its a short name is IO1, and use only when you need more than 10,000 IOPS, and you can also use up to 32,000 IOPS per volume. And for other few nitro based instances, you can use up to 64,000 IOPS per volume. And volume size minimum is 4 GB and the maximum is 16 TB for this provisioned IOPS SSD. Short name is IO1. So next is throughput optimized HDD, and the short name is ST1. So a low cost HDD designed for frequently accessed throughput intensive workloads. That means when you require low cost as hard disk, and data may be required frequently accessed. So use cases used for big data and data warehouses for the log processing. Volume size is minimum 125 GB and 16 TB. Maximum IOPS per volume 1 MB 1 MB per IOPS. So or the maximum is 500 IOPS input output operation per second. Max throughput per volume 500 MB per second, and the boot volume supported. You cannot attach this HDD to the root volume or as a boot volume. So HDD cannot support the boot volume or the root device. The second type of HDD volume is called HDD volumes SC1. Short name is SC1. The lowest cost HDD designed for less frequently accessed workloads. When we require less frequently accessed to our data, and throughput oriented storage for data that is infrequently accessed. Scenarios where the lowest storage cost is important, and volume size is minimum 125 GB and up to 116 TB. Maximum IOPS per volume 250 IOPS per volume. Maximum throughput per volume 250 MB per second, and boot volume is not supported. That means you cannot attach as a boot or root device to the EC2 machines. And the third type of storage is magnetic standard. The oldest, it is used in to mid 2012, and magnetic volumes are backed by the magnetic drives and are suited for workload where data is exist infrequently and scenarios where low cost storage for small volume size is important. So in 2012 we can only launch the maximum size volume size is 1 TB. We cannot launch the 2 TB or the 3 TB volume in 2012. So magnetic volume maximum size is 1 TB. Maximum IOPS per volume is 40 to 200, and maximum throughput per volume for 40 to 90 MB per second. Boot volume supported, that means you can attach it to as a root device or a boot volume. So we will see in our lab. So let's open the console. So let's open the console and see into the AWS console the volume types and its use. I click AWS console, click on this link, and on the right corner AWS management console. Log in with your email ID and password. So in EC2 services we find the EBS volume, and for the EBS volume section is this EBS, elastic block storage, elastic block store. So let's launch with a EC2 machine. I'm going to launch an instance and click on this. There are no running instance in my console. Launch instance and select as default. So choose instance type. I select free trial and next, add storage. So you can see root volume type is only three. First is only two, that is SSD backed, and second is magnetic. So as I see in my slide, as I so SSD backed volume is bootable and magnetic standard also bootable. So I can select both. For the bootable I can select general purpose and the magnetic, but I am unable to attach HDD backed volume as a bootable drive or as a root volume. So there is no option for the HDD. So let's attach one more volume, EBS volume and dev HD by default. So here you can see I have HDD option. I have HDD option for non-bootable storage. So I can attach cold and the throughput. And for the this purpose, delete on termination, that means when I delete my instance, when I terminate my instance, root volume will be automatically deleted when it's tick. And when it's untick, that means when I delete my instance, my root volume or the other volume is persist. So I can attached with another instance when I need. So by default I uncheck this volume. uh, okay, so let's see about the IOPS. For the GP2 minimum is 100 and the maximum is 3000. So let's see into the IOPS. Minimum is 100 and maximum is 1000, but it depend on the storage. When I hit the if I want 200 GB, then my IOPS is 600. When I insert it 2000, that means I can attach my IOPS is 6000. So it's depend on the size. When I increase this, so IOPS is also increased by 3. So baseline of 3 IOPS per GB. And let's see for the HDD. So HDD maximum, it's depend on the throughput Mbps. When I hit 1000 GB, so I get only 12. It's depend 192 MB per TB. Okay, and when I hit for the ST1, so ST1 I have throughput maximum is 245. So, and we will do all the labs in our upcoming next, that how to attach and deattach our volumes and storage, and how to take snapshots. So we will do in the upcoming session. Thank you for this, and please do share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Join also the Telegram group and ping me if you have any question related to the EBS or the AWS or the other any cloud, any platform. So you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you all.